Take page number 103. We had completed Act 3, Scene 3, which was a short scene wherein Antonio is brought out from the jail by the jailer, and Antonio pleads for mercy to Shylock, but Shylock does not want to show any mercy at all. But he rather finds fault with the jailer for bringing him, and he asks him to watch him closely so that he does not escape. And at the end, we see that Antonio saying that he only wants to meet Bassanio, so that Bassanio will witness his paying back the debt to Shylock. That's where we stopped. Now we'll go to Act 3, Scene 4. I'll just read out the introduction, that's important. The themes of loyalty to friends, disguise and deceit form the subjects of this scene. Portia conceives of a plan to rescue Antonio from the clutches of the Jew. She entrusts Lorenzo and Jessica with charge of her house. She sends a messenger to Dr. Bellario in Padua, seeking from the eminent doctor of law a letter recommending her to the Duke of Venice. She then gets ready to go to Venice, disguised as a lawyer, and Nerissa as her clerk. The themes of loyalty to friends. What is loyalty? You should be loyal to your country. A servant should be loyal to their master. Loyalty is French faithfulness. Faithfulness. The themes of faithfulness to friends. That is one friend being faithful to the other. One friend trusting the other. So that is loyalty. The themes of loyalty to friends. Disguise and deceit. What is the meaning of disguise? Disguise means speaking about the appearance, false appearance. That is a disguise. New identity. I am hiding my original identity and taking on something else. That is a disguise. You have fancy dress, and fancy dress day, you have a competition for fancy dress. So you put on the dress of somebody else. You can dress yourself as a monkey, you can dress yourself as Vivekananda, or you can dress yourself as a Mahatma Gandhi, whatever it may be. You can take different shapes. Hiding your identity, you are taking some other form. How do you do it? By using attire, dress, changing the dress, or by changing the clothes. You take a new identity, hiding your identity. So that is disguise. Another one is deceit. Deceit is what is deceit? It's a sort of cheating. False. Something that is false is projected as true. Something unreal is projected as real. Make people to believe something is true. But actually it is not true, but make them to true. For example, I'm not good at, suppose I'm not good at computers. But still I want to give an appearance to students. I'm very good at computers. So for that, what will I do? I'll play some tricks. Maybe I will get prepared some, let's say, power play, or I have some new techniques. I'll get help from somebody and get it done, and then just display it before you, saying that how wonderfully I am doing. I am very good at computers. Actually, I am not at all good. So that is called deceit. Deceit. So this act, this scene of the act, you will be finding all these kind of things. That is loyalty to friends, disguise and deceit. You will see some of the members, they will be cheating others, saying that we are going to do this and that, but actually they are doing something else. They'll be putting on the dress of somebody else and give a false identity. So that is what it is. Portia conceives of a plan to rescue Antonio. Conceives of a plan. Conceive means she plans out. Plans out of a plan to rescue Antonio from the clutches of the Jew. Clutches means from the hands of the Jew. Clutch means here, you know, what is clutch? Clutch is to hold. From the hold of the Jew. He is very badly caught by the Jew. From the clutches of Jew, she wants to save Antonio. She entrusts, that is Portia, entrusts Lorenzo and Jessica with the charge of her house. Entrust means I entrust, to give. So Portia gives Lorenzo and Jessica with the charge of her house. She sends a messenger to Dr. Bellario in Padua. This name, Dr. Bellario, is important. You must make note of it and study it. Dr. Bellario, important name. In Padua, seeking from the eminent doctor of law a letter recommending her to the Duke of Venice. So this doctor will give a recommendation letter that will enable Portia to enter the court of Venice. She then gets ready to go to Venice, disguised as a lawyer and Nerissa as her clerk. So she'll be disguising herself. She'll put on the dress or attire of a clerk, attire of a lawyer, and her assistant Nerissa will act as if she is a clerk of the lawyer. So that is the scene. Let's see. Scene 4. The scene is taking place in Belmont. The previous scene was not in Belmont, that was in Venice. Third scene was Act 3, 2. Scene 2 was in Belmont, 3 was in Venice. Now fourth one is again back to Belmont. A room in Portia's house. Enter Portia, Nerissa, Lorenzo, Jessica, and Balthasar. These are the main characters in this scene. Portia and her assistant, Nerissa, Lorenzo and his wife, Jessica, and Balthasar. Balthasar is a servant to Portia. Lorenzo. Madam, although I speak it in your presence, you have a noble and a true conceit of godlike amity, which appears most strongly in bearing thus the essence of your Lord. So Lorenzo is appreciating Portia for the great sacrifice she made in order to help Antonio. If you recall what happened in the previous scene, not in the last one, in the second scene, we have seen Portia and Bassanio. Bassanio makes the right choice of the casket, and then they decide to get married. After the marriage, immediately they get a letter, and Bassanio was asked to leave to Venice to be in the company of Antonio. So they did not even celebrate after the marriage, they didn't have any time to spend together. They sacrificed everything, and immediately he was sent. So Lorenzo is appreciating Portia for this great sacrifice. Madam, although I speak it in your presence, you have a noble and true conceit of godlike amity which appears most strongly in bearing thus the absence of your Lord. meanings are given there. Conceit is understanding. Amity is friendship. Appears means is shown. Strongly is clearly. In bearing. In bearing means enduring. It's very simple. Portia took the extreme step of dismissing or sending Bassanio immediately to Venice, sacrificing all their comfort. So Lorenzo is saying it is a clear sign of your understanding and your respect for friendship. Just because Antonio was a close friend of Bassanio and he is in danger, and the cause is Bassanio himself, that he, Antonio, borrowed the money from Shylock for the sake of Bassanio and for him to travel to Belmont and take part in the choice of the casket. So Portia makes a sacrifice and sends him away. So Lorenzo says it's a clear sign of your understanding and love, your understanding and respect for friendship. Okay. But if you knew to whom you show this honor, how true a gentleman you send relief, how dear a lover of my lord your husband, I know you would be prouder of the work than customary bounty can enforce you. But if you knew to whom you show this honor, that is, Lorenzo is saying it is possible that you may not know what sort of a person Antonio is. If you knew, then you would not have, or you would have felt prouder. But if you knew to whom you show this honor, to whom means to Antonio, to whom you show this honor, how true a gentleman you send relief, help. You have helped such a wonderful gentleman. If you know this, how dear a lover of my lord, your husband. So that is how close Antonio was to my lord. His lord is Bassanio. I know you would be prouder of the work than customary bounty can enforce you. So if only you know the greatness of the person, that is Antonio, whom you have helped, now you must be proud of being generous. You will feel more proud because such a wonderful person is Antonio. Customary bounty is your usual act of generosity. You are normally generous enough, but you will feel more proud of if you come to know the quality of Antonio. Portia. I never did repent for doing good, nor shall not now. So Portia does not take the credit. She says, I never did repent for doing good. Repent means feeling bad, regret. I never regretted. I never felt bad for doing good. You should never feel bad about doing good. Always be good to others. And you should be proud of. So I never felt bad in doing good and shall not feel bad now. In this case, that is sending Bassanio to help Antonio. I never felt bad, never regretted for helping others. And even now, I don't regret. What is going to follow now is difficult. So you will have to pay little attention. This is the most difficult passage in this scene. In this scene, little difficult passage is this. For in companions that do converse and waste the time together, whose souls do bear an equal yoke of love, there must be needs a like proportion of lineaments, of manners, and of spirit, which makes me think that this Antonio, being the bosom lover of my Lord, must needs be like my Lord. If it be so, how little is the cost I have bestowed in purchasing the semblance of my soul from out the state of hellish cruelty. This comes too near the praising of the self, therefore no more of it. Here other things. Lineaments, manners, and spirit. So two meanings are given there. Lineament is characteristics, spirit is disposition. This is behavior. So these three words are important. Lineaments, manners, spirit. Lineaments is characteristics. Manners is behavior. Spirit is disposition. These three words must get it by heart. So let's try to understand. For in companions that do converse and waste the time together, whose souls do bear an equal yoke of love. So, starting from the first verse, I never did repent for doing good. I never repented, never felt bad for doing good. I shall not feel bad even now. Why? Because in companions means in friends that do converse and waste time together. Here, waste means not wasting, it is spending. Therefore, those who converse, what is the meaning? Converse, speak to each other. Conversation. That is speaking. Do converse and waste time together. Do talk and spend time together. Those who share and spend time together. What do friends do? They all the time sit and talk, share their time. So that is converse. Converse and spend time together. Whose souls do bear an equal yoke of love. Equal yoke of love. Yoke is have you seen plowing in the land? Farmers plow in those days. Now these days we are using tractors and other mechanized things for plowing. Triller. Earlier they were plowing using oxen or buffaloes. How do they plow? How do they arrange the plowshare? They have got something called a plow. You know what is a plow? A plow is something like this. There is a so there will be a person standing there. There's a handle like he'll be holding it. Here is a plow. This will till the land, make holes in the land, and this wooden piece, it will be connected to this. This will be tied to the oxen. Oxen are standing here. Two oxen are here. One oxen here, another oxen here. And it will be put on their neck. It will be kept on the neck and tied to it. There will be two pieces of wood. There will be two wooden pieces. It will be on the neck of one ox. And there will be another two pieces here. This will be on the neck of the other ox. So, two oxen together, they will be pulling this plowshare. Plow. This is a plow. They will be pulling it together, and the man here behind it will be plowing the land. What tills the soil? It is a plow. It has got a sharp edge here, sharp end. This will be tilling the land, breaking the land. The oxen will be pulling it, and this is connected by using a wooden structure. This is called yoke. This is called yoke. So both the oxen have equal share. Only if they work together, the work will be done. Who souls to bear an equal yoke of love? Here it is, equal yoke of love means mutual bond of love. Mutual bond of love. So friends who spend time together conversing should have mutual bond of love. One-sided love, no. One should love the other one, the other should love back. One should share, other one listen. Then the other one shares, this person listens. It's a mutual love. So, true friendship is like that. Then Portia says, there must be needs alike proportion. There must be needs alike, like proportion means similar proportion. So one thing is there should be a mutual love. In the same proportion, same way, there should be same proportion means, you know what is proportion? Same quantity. In same quantity, what should be there? Lineaments, manners, and spirit. Lineaments, manners, spirit. Characteristics, behavior, and disposition. That is to say, if their friendship is true, it will be a mutual love, and they will have in common these things: characteristics, behavior, disposition. So let us take here Antonio and Bassanio. So Antonio and Bassanio were close friends. Therefore, the characteristics of Antonio and Bassanio should be same. The behavior of Antonio and Bassanio should be similar. And the disposition of Antonio and Bassanio should also be similar. If it is a true friendship, there should be mutual bond of love, and they should share these things. What are they? lineaments, characteristics, manners, behavior, and spirit, disposition. That's why I said it's a little difficult to understand. This is the most difficult portion of this scene. Which makes me think that this Antonio, being the bosom lover of my Lord, must needs be like my Lord. Now it's clear. Which makes me think, this fact makes me think. What is the fact? Friends who converse and share together, they should have mutual love and they should have similar characteristics, behavior, and disposition. This fact makes me to think that Antonio, being the bosom lover of my Lord, who is a lord of Persia, Bassanio, who is a bosom lover, intimate friend. Bosom lover is intimate friend. I think I explained to you earlier. Bosom means this one, chest or breast. Chest is a bosom. Bosom friend means whom you love so much. Chest is the seat of heart, and heart is the one which loves. Therefore, bosom friend means intimate friend, who is very close to your heart. So, Antonio being the close friend of Bassanio, they should be having all things similar. What all things? Characteristics, behavior, and manners. If it be so, how little is the cost I have bestowed in purchasing the semblance of my soul from out the state of hellish cruelty. If so, if it is true, then I'm trying to relieve or trying to rescue Antonio, who is a resemblance, that who appears just like my husband, from the cruel hands of Shylock. This comes too near the praising of myself. Therefore, no more of it. So after saying this, Portia feels that she is praising herself by saying that. Because praising her husband and saying that Antonio possesses the same qualities of her husband. And she feels that she is praising her unnecessarily. So she says, I shall not praise myself too much. This comes too near the praising of myself, therefore no more of it. Here other things. Let's speak about other things. So when I will once again try to explain to you, the background is sending of Bassanio to Venice to save Antonio from the clutches of Shylock. Now here in this scene, Lorenzo appreciates Portia for the great sacrifice she made by sending her husband immediately after marriage. And says good things about Antonio. If only she knew who Antonio is, she would not have felt bad about it, or she would have felt more proud of the act she has done. Then Portia says, no, I have no difficulty. I never regretted for doing good, and even now I do not regret. Because what friendship is this? So she explains her idea of friendship and ultimately concludes saying, when compared to these things, such is their great friendship and they have all these things in common. What I have done is very little. What I have done is very little compared to their great friendship. Then she stops saying, I should not be praising myself. Let me talk about other things. When anybody has any doubt, please just raise your hand. If you have any doubt, please raise your hands. We'll stop there because it's a difficult passage. The rest will continue next day, tomorrow.